Welcome, race fans, to round 7 of the National Dirt Truck season, live from Winston Speedway. One of the two races that coincide with the Voltron Super Trucks. It's going to be held immediately after this one, at least in the timeline, anyway. Scoring their first career pole is Avery Stone in the 06. And on their outside, it's Kansas Matt Jacobs, a regular in the Voltron Super Trucks. With him, DeFranco, and Luizon that are starting this race will be competing in the Voltron Super Trucks they held later on tonight. And also Darren Gale, too. Flip Papadopoulos and Tadeo Cloud both failed to qualify. Sorry, Siege.
As expected.
I think Papadopoulos came pretty close to making it through the heats, but
Do they at least win a gift card to the concession stand?
it was more of a consolation than anything, but 50% off their entire
Sounds good.
Anyways, if the qualifying races and heats are any indication, we're about to have one hell of a drive. And unfortunately, Lewis Harrison in the 33, who made it through the LCQ, broke down, couldn't able to make the start of the race. Anyways, the trucks have just pulled off as base truck pulls on. Oh, what's this? Matt Jacobs. And we're underway here at Winston. Oh, something broke on the 99. Oh no, not this again. Yep, it's terminal. Anyways, 3 wide for 12 as Silas Porter, Dan Luizon, and Johnny Fredderson. Fredderson makes the move stick. The winner of the LCQ, Stephen Marshall, has pulled it into the pits. Wherever it happened, it must have been terminal. Calvin Patrick has just taken the lead from Avery Stone as Jeff Zagaria from the 74 is making a charge on the 06. William Patrick is making a move on for third. Going to make a move on the 74 as Dan Miato is running a fifth. Meanwhile, towards the back, Alex DeFranco and Matt Jacobs are falling through the field. Oh, what's this now? It looks like Atlas Copeland has just came into the pits. I don't know what that was about, but well, whatever it was on the 48. It's going to send him far back into the field. Last truck running is. Oh, looks like Dan Mayato in 27 has made his moves up to third. This is Danny Baldwin making his debut. And that frankly ugly looking number 01. 01 truck. Frankly ugly looking truck. Before he just been put a lap down is towards the back. Bill Calhoun is struggling in that 31 truck as he battles his way through with Chuck Cheswick in the 5. Silas Porter, make championship leader coming into this race, is moving his way up through the field. Gonna make a move on Million Patrick and Avery Stone. Oh, we got trouble. Oh, what happened to Dan Louison in the 85? I don't know what happened here, but first caution of the race. Yeah, from the looks of it, it looks like contact with the 53 of Alyssa Helms is.
Wow, Alyssa, rude.
Darren Gale in the 23 got a piece of that. That's just been the epitome of Dan Louison's season. Caution flag is out and just ran into the 50. I believe just ran into the 53, trying to slow down. There was some pretty decent damage that. This was something like they're bunching up the field as the 23 just comes into the pits. Of Alice Copeland gets the free pass. Again. 23's back out on the track. Took quite a while to get that repaired. And battle for second between Jeff Zagari and Dan Mayato. Mayato takes the lead. That's second place. Matt Jacobs is in fifth, followed by Alex DeFranco. Excellent battle for a second as Helmsgust goes back out onto the track. Right near in front of the leaders is AC Akabron, moves into Million Patrick. Alright, so was she talking about working for me or something? Anyways.
No, I can hear you.
You're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Anyways, Mayato and Zagaria are battling for second once again. Continues on is swapping that place left and right. As Calvin Patrick pulls away. Now, with the past couple of races, there any indication something's bad probably going to happen to the 4-2-2. As here comes the Franco in the 94 underneath the 74 of Jeff Zagaria. Makes the move stick. Silas Porter is making his way out to the field. Scored 7th last time by is catching up to the tail end of the field of Gene Karlovsky as DeFranco making his way up through the field, hoping he can make a statement. Atlas Copeland in the 48 got his lap back as Michael Formage and Bill Calhoun pretty high up in the standings coming into this race. They're seen towards the back of Garrett Carrington in the 90. Or much like an I-70, he was the last car to make it on through anyway. Alex DeFranco just takes the lead away from Calvin Patrick. Just is there catching up to the 73 of Gene Karlovsky. He put the 2 in the clutches of the 27 of Dan Mayato. Karlovsky moves over for the 94 as we reach lap 50 of 200. And here's the battle for the important position of 13th between Garrett Carrington and Chuck Cheswick. As Cheswick makes mincemeat of him. Map. I think we're on the underneath the 73. This is gonna be fun. 2 lap cars side by side, and Johnny Fredrickson and Atlas Copeland. Copeland makes the move for the important for 16. Franco and Eddie Calhoun. For the lap traffic. Franco holds a comfortable lead over Calvin Patrick in the 2. Is the lap trap, yeah, tail end of the lead lap. Tail end of the lead lap car trucks battling amongst themselves. Seems to be pretty straightforward otherwise. Not too much going on as DeFranco puts a lap on the Michael Formage, the Racing for Craft machine. Last time by 2.21 seconds ahead of the 2. He gets by the 31 of Bill Calhoun. We got about for a position in between Casey Ackenbron and Avery Stone. 10 throws the block on the 06. Atlas Copeland gets put back a lap down. But Franco is driving away with this so far in the early parts of the race. We'll put Darren Gale in the 23, another lap down. I think we go. It's consistent runs like these are why he's the points leader coming into this race. Our Silas Porter. I think the field has simmered out a little bit. Oh, hey, Melia.
Hello.
Hello.
Just in time. That's where Avery Stone is, in 9th position, the pole sitter for this race.
Sweet. All right.
You just joined us, bring up to speed on what happened on the first caution of the race.
Oh boy.
Dan Louison and
Oh, ow.
Darren Gale got a piece of that from. So far, that's been the only caution of the race. As Alex DeFranco is pulling away from the rest of the field. He had a fast truck in his heat race. Looking to convert that into a feature win. It's Calvin Patrick. Runs in second. Followed closely by Dan Mayato and Matt Jacobs, Jeff Zagaria, and points leader Silas Porter. I'd say the field has like I said before, feel simmered out a little bit. Anybody in particular that you guys want to talk about? Oh?
No,
What?
no, just no. I don't think my driver qualified, did he?
No, not a 25 failed to make it.
Can't say I'm surprised, to be honest.
And again, he was the first car out in this heat race, and had a decent shot of making it through the LCQ. Like the Franco's about to put the 73 a second lap down. Danny Baldwin in the 01 goes by. I just got word from race control that there's debris out there, out on the track. Came off from the 23 truck.
Oh no.
This is just thrown the caution flag. Bunches up, really getting bunched. Never mind, I think we are good to, you're just single filing out. Piece of sheet metal from the 23 fell off. Danny Baldwin gets the free pass. Oh dear. I don't think no damage was done, but one to go this time by as the Axel Franco leads, followed by Calvin Patrick, Dan Meato, Matt Jacobs, Silas Porter, Jeff Sagaria, Million Patrick, Casey Alcambron, Avery Stone, and Troy Copeland round out the top 10. Race truck pulls in as we go back to green for the restart of the race. Franco gets off to a decent start as Aussie pulls up ahead of the 94 and trying to get one of his laps back. His laps back as Chuck Cheswick and Atlas Copeland should do likewise. Loading a comfortable lead over the 2 of Calvin Patrick. It looks like Millie and Patrick in the 3 making her way up. Trying to get around to 27. And get past her brother Calvin Patrick for 2nd if she can navigate her way through the black champions. Down for precision and for 5th between Matt Jacobs, Troy Copeland, and Calvin Patrick's falling through a little bit. Million Patrick moves up into 2nd, and they have to in 3rd. Franco gets by the lap traffic, but he's reached a halfway point in the race. They have to make some move for 2nd. So, I think it's pretty safe to say that 94's practically got this wrapped up, and we're only halfway through the race. The shortest race in the shortest track on the calendar. And the FABricators Fender Bender. So it hasn't really been much of a fender bender outside of the first caution.
And the race sponsor might want their money back. They're not getting good advertising.
I think Millie Patrick gained on him, and just as I say that, they're back to 2 seconds behind the 94. We got a pretty close battle for 2nd between the Patrick siblings and Dan Meato. Calvin Patrick underneath Million Patrick for 2nd. Could be their opportunity to move for trying to catch the 94 of Alex DeFranco. Every stone underneath, going open for 5th. They get by the 84 at the line. I think Delaparts trying to get around Chuck Cheswick so that he could run down the 94. Slowly but surely chipping away at the 94's lead as we enter lap 119 coming to the line is with Johnny Fredrickson and Bill Calhoun battling for their own position. I think they've stagnated a little bit. Dan Miata trying to make a move on for second. Now for fourth between Million Patrick and Avery Stone. Stone is moving their way up. Moves up to fourth. Silas Porter making his way out through the lap traffic. Nothing to see there. Miata makes the move. Moves by Calvin Patrick for second. They were slower that last time. That last lap by. And the Franco. '94 puts Bill Calhoun a second lap down. Not too much happened with Casey Brown and Danny Ball. Ball and battling for 10th. Avery Stone, the 06 is flying through the field. Still battling for second as 94 pulls away. Damn, he has edged out the two last time by as Calvin Patrick makes the move for second. Now he's bogged in there, the driver.
Welcome back.
I am back. Is this the official race?
Yeah, the dirt trucks at Winston, yeah.
Shoot, I had no clue it started so long ago. Would have gotten here earlier. My bad.
Yeah, you're fine. Might as well fill you in on what happened. First caution. 53 of us and Helms and Dan Valise on bound for
Rude.
anyways, the only other caution was for debris. Coming off with the 23.
Check it out. Super trucks.
I did. I did.
Double duty are in the lead.
Yeah, you got a 5-second lead over second place Calvin Patrick. Third place is Dan Beato, and fourth is Million Patrick. The Franco's just running away with it ever since the first restart of the race.
DeFranco's best super trucks. He hasn't won a race yet, but his best result was at DuQuoin, which of course is dirt. Nikki.
I am sorry I missed your thing, Vincenzo. I was out to dinner
Oh,
with my
that is
family.
okay. Not a problem.
Anyway, I've been songwriting most of the day, so
Nice.
How's
Nice.
that going?
I accidentally wrote the same chorus twice.
Oops.
And by that I mean I was writing the chorus to the song I'm currently working on, and I didn't realize that it sounds not beat for beat, but really fucking similar to the chorus of the very first song I wrote. And that was by complete accident.
Good job.
Whoops.
I wasn't really sold on that first song anyway, so whatever.
Fair enough.
That could be your thing. Just that one chorus.
Yeah, but see,
I'm joking. I'm sorry.
no, yeah, I know. I was gonna ask you though, Siege.
Yes.
Did we have? Can we agree on like? I don't know if like doing for our online thing. I don't know if doing like multiple race nights a week would be too much trouble. But is that something we all here can agree on?
I mean, sure.
Like one race Sunday night, one race Monday night, and they're both at the same track.
And then, like, the best finish you take or something like that?
Yeah, like Siege just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, run one or both, and if you run both, the best result counts.
I'm comfortable with that idea. I just don't know if it'd be like too much trouble to like host a
Might be onto
race.
something.
like host. I didn't know if it would be too much trouble to host a race like twice a week. Because I know it's gotten difficult to set up events like this now, because we've all like grown up, obviously.
Yeah.
And I like the idea, though.
Yeah.
I
In
think
that
it's at
case-
least worth trying.
Yeah, in that case, I do want to push the start of the season forward a week so we can have extra time to make sure everything is in order.
Where do you want me to send the card that my AI person is running?
Probably online league files.
Alright.
We still need to put up. Well, the templates we're using are just old FARC TM Lights ASCC templates. So
How are we gonna
Yeah.
put this? How are you gonna incorporate that like to the canon or something? Like there's some sort of.
It's a series run by Apex Racing School, which has a fleet of old cars, probably. And guys with their own cars just come run these things. It's totally safe.
So, like as I was saying before, Alex Franco's dominating this race. Like can only imagine him doing what he can do in the Voton Super Trucks race after this.
I misspoke earlier. He's got 2 third-place finishes. The other one was at Michigan one year. But the other one was still on a dirt track. It's kind of weird that he doesn't have a Super Trucks win, because it's kind of weird that 3rd is his best finish, because he's had a number of top 5 and top 10 runs. DeFranco has.
Well, I guess the time hasn't come for him.
And our general, that's pit in at Memphis, Arkansas.
That's good, unless you're getting dumped in the middle of turn 4.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, it'll be fine.
And I think we got position for precision. 8th spot between Jeff Zagario and Danny Baldwin. Baby time, Danny Baldwin.
I am for sure going to try and pick up that build of Marchbanks Raceway I started.
I
But
would be
it'll-
interested in that.
Yeah, it would be a modernized version though, because that track has been basically cornfields for what? Better part of... I'm doing some mental math.
It's cool.
40
see.
years? Yeah.
No, I just say you're in the cornfields.
I mean, we already have a track like that.
Yeah, Cottonham Farms is like that.
Yeah.
We need a series that drives on old track layouts that have been built over, but still drives on the exact location.
And I
So Nazareth then, got it.
No, I mean, like, drive on the geographically accurate layout of Riverside. The presence of houses and other buildings be darned.
Oh.
That's something Leckletter suggested a while back.
or the other Riverside Park, and go through all the rides.
Don't they have a modern? Doesn't Orange Destiny have a modernized version of Riverside somewhere?
Yeah.
PWF made one, I think.
No, Norton did.
We could always.
John Norton did.
PWF did as well, I think. Project Wildfire, whatever.
Yeah. Oh no, they did a Riverside. I don't think. You know, now I'm thinking about it. I don't think it's what we're thinking about. I think they just did a version of Riverside as it existed.
And I know Norton did Nazareth, the modernized Nazareth.
Yeah. Nazareth if it hadn't closed.
And if the pit lane were reprofiled. But not important.
Yeah,
Racing the same.
I do basically the same thing that Cooper did with Middle Georgia. Do Marchbanks like a modern track, and then let, I don't know, Jack Thunder 98 have his hands on. If he wants to make it look like it did, then he can. I would endorse that.
Some tracks that close down, some would be impossible to modernize even if they wanted to. If they wanted to.
Well, yeah, like Riverside Park Speedway, because there's nothing but rides around it.
I only even know about Marchbank Speedway because it was in Indianapolis 500 Evolution. And that game wasn't terrible, wasn't great, but... and I've said this before, but also, a while back when I was trying to start working on this track, I had emailed Robin Miller while he was still alive, obviously, because I thought he'd have some information on it, and like the track geometry. It was too esoteric even for him. He didn't have any information on it.
Oh wow,
Well, then, wasn't he
the IndyCar rider.
My only issue with that game is the fact that the car is so damn loose to control. And I don't know how to fix that.
I feel like those are on the same engine that was used for IndyCar series when the Codemasters was in Cookie Ninja. I think it was had made those.
Well, they didn't have too many aerodynamic aids back in the day.
I just like the novelty of racing 1960s cars on 1960s tracks in a modern racing game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the most unique thing, obviously, but for IndyCar it is, I think.
Especially for like all the historians out there. Anyways, 10 laps to go as Alex Franco his lead's shrinking a little bit. About 3.5 seconds last time by. 8.44 lap time by. Calvin Patrick's catching up to him a little bit, but could be too little too late. Oh, yeah, it's definitely too little too late. Seven laps to go. Oh, he's getting close to about 3 seconds. I don't believe it. I think Calvin Patrick might be able to catch up to him in time.
One other thing I remember about Indianapolis 500 Revolution is that when you start an AI race with very specific combinations, the race will always will always play out the same way at the beginning. Like, if there's a wreck at the start, there's always going to be a wreck at the start.
Five laps to go as DeFranco's lead is gradually shrinking. It's not that time by 4 laps to go for Alex DeFranco into 94. Going underneath the 67 to put him another lap down. Two laps to go. Into the white flag. Final lap for Alex DeFranco, who has never won a Volton Super Truck Series race. In his second start in the National Dirt Trucks. He's going to round out turn 4 to win his first career National Dirt Truck Series victory.
There you go. Good job.
Calvin Patrick comes home second, and Miato comes home third as one goes to Silas Porter, passing Avery Stone. Stone for fifth. Milliam Patrick comes home in sixth with Matt Jacobs, the last truck on the lead lap.
Super Trucks first and 7th. Let's go.
DeFranco never won in Super Trucks, so he had to dig down and get his hands dirty, so to speak, to get that victory.
Anyway, the rest of the top 10 goes as Casey Yackenbrong finishes 8th. Danny Baldwin, in his debut, finishes 9th. And Jeff Zagaria rounds out the top 10.
This is DeFranco's 3rd truck league that he's been in that we know of.
Yeah.
Finally pulled off the win. Heck yeah.